between now and when the conference starts itself. So I'm going to allow Maya to talk about what we're going to be having before the conference starts.
Yeah, so are any of you curious about what Google's doing in Nigeria? Or have you ever heard of Google developer groups? If you want to know anything about what's happening in the growing and emerging developer communities in West Africa, we are providing you with that insight coming up next.
But before then, I think we are rude. We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh, I mean, I hope they would know. You don't think so? Should I introduce you and you introduce me?
Maybe.
Okay. This is
okay, go on.
This is Dotun. He founded Starda.
And this is Maya. She founded Ingressive.
And we together founded High Growth Africa Summit.
Yeah, we've
this
been
is
doing this for 2 years, right?
Second annual conference, and we are so excited to have you. Last year, I think that was a little too close.
Last year we were fighting over a microphone.
Yes, and now we've had our own. So we continue to grow. Last year we had about 350 technology founders and about 150 international investors come out. This year we've doubled. It's very exciting that there's so much demand for information on technology, for information on business building. Starda, Dolton, can explain to you about his expanding network of Pan-African entrepreneurs and the insights and tech expertise he's providing to them.
And the idea behind High Growth Africa Summit, just before I talk about Starda, is we want to enable people to learn how to build and scale and fund high growth business in Africa. Now the idea is this: most Africans know how to trade, we know how to exchange money and sell, but we don't know how to build business that is using technology to scale really fast. That is not something that we're very, very familiar with. And technology is democratizing knowledge everywhere, and we think Africans can take advantage of that. And that's the idea behind this conference. So this conference in the next 2 days, we'll be teaching, we'll be learning, we'll be interacting with each other about how to build and scale growth businesses in Africa. You're going to meet lots of investors. You're going to meet lots of co-founders. You're going to meet people who have built businesses. You're going to be learning from people like Tizeti founder who scaled their business using technology without raising lots of money. We're going to be having Jason Njoku from Iroko talking today about how to build for scale. And a lot of investors that will be interacting with you for the 2 days will be teaching you how you can build businesses and be efficient with money and time and resources that we have available.
Yes. So prepare over the next 2 days to make friends, meet people, and get the relevant information you need to build high-growth businesses in Africa. And with that...
And we also have a twist this year, don't we, about the musicians that are coming.
They're business people. They are business people. We do have some exciting speakers today, including Mr. Easy, who's going to tell us about building a music empire.
And we're going to be having Dibanch tomorrow. We're talking about...
And Ajebata.
And Ajebata. Talking about what again?
Talking about building soft power in Nigeria. How to empower youth.
And today we also have a special guest in our midst today.
And he's here right now.
And he's looking at us. We have the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria with us today. He's passionate about technology, he's passionate about entrepreneurship, and he's just here today with us, and he's going to be talking to us in a few minutes' time. But then, let's talk about Aniedi and Gogo.
Yes.
What is he going to be talking about?
He's going to be talking about building developer communities on the continent. And with that, I think we should welcome him and Sean, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Ingressive, to the stage. Welcome.
Of Latin America and Southeast Asia. So we're looking at early stage startups with a little bit of funding, some sort of struggling with product market fit, and then we want to provide them the same resources that Google provides to the elite companies to help them actually find their market fit and then to grow their businesses eventually. So it's currently open. We're taking applications from now till December 11, and it's open to companies from Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and South Africa. And if you have an early stage company, I urge you or I encourage you to apply for that, and I'm ready to talk more about it.
Okay, very quickly, since you've brought it up, where would they go to apply, anybody who is interested?
So for everything Launchpad, if you just go to g.co/launchpadafrica, so we have a short URL, g.co as in google.co, g.co/launchpadafrica, but generally everything about we do with the developer ecosystem can be found on developers.google.com. So you literally find out about all the programs we run there.
Excellent, excellent. So you mentioned that one of the tasks that you're undertaking with your programs is building out the ecosystem here. What are some of the problems that you have encountered during this?
I think the problems I'd like to look at them as opportunities.
Opportunities, yes, yes. Let's be positive.
Let's be very positive. So the opportunities are very, they're very typical. It's not slightly different from what you have in other markets, but it's just like the degree of, should I say, maturity or the degree of expertise that you find in each of these various sectors is different. I'll give you a very clear example. I think the GSMA,